I did too. We got the Creeptones coming up in just a little bit. But in the meantime, we've got a great magician for you with over 20 years of experience in magician and comedy. Make some noise for George G. So that's how it's going to be. Thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is George G. I'm here to do a little bit of magic and comedy for you. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy yourselves. Anything that you're amazed by and you're wowed by, that's the magic. Anything that you're not amazed by, that's hopefully the comedy.
Yes.
$15 at a magic convention.
You make that drink disappear?
Make it disappear.
Oh. Don't you hate when you're at your last shot?
You gotta pay for that.
3 words on drinking. I like it. Oh, damn, that was real. Woo! Well, guys, I'm here to show you a little bit of stuff you haven't seen before. I actually was told earlier, but when I got here, I'm supposed to be like honored right now. In the 16 years of history at the Saint, I'm the first ever magician. I'm probably going to be the last, but I also found out from Jared's parents I'm actually the first ever magician he's ever had at his birthday party, so I'm sorry, Jared. But I decided I wanted to do something a little dangerous to start the show off with, and how many people have ever heard of sword swallowers? They don't allow me to play with the sharp objects anymore, ever since the incident. So instead, we do something a lot more dangerous. We do... Oh yeah. Balloons. Hardcore. We set this down. Hopefully this doesn't get feedback. For those of you that are wondering, that does come back. Takes a little bit of time and it comes back as a poodle. Emphasis on the word poo. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed, usually this is set up way before my show, but John Casby did an amazing job, so you guys didn't get to see my cool sign. That sign usually hangs in front of my show for about an hour before people get the chance to see me, so they get to read it. This is actually a new ad I'm doing. Everything in magic and entertainment is about promotion. So this is my new ad. It's going to be in the Asbury Park Press very soon. Let's see if I can just get rid of it, take it down to show you. Now the problem is, as anybody knows, in the entertainment industry, everything's based on money. And Asbury Park Press wants a lot for this. It says, fun and magic, some wacky stuff presented to amaze and amuse from 2 to 102. So if you're 103, you're screwed. But I didn't like that. I thought I had to edit it down a little bit. So I edited it down to, yeah, we'll do it like that. Here you go. Fun and magic, some wacky stuff in a fabulous show for all ages. That's a little bit better, right? You guys might come see that show. Or you might just see me because I'm the next act. So we decided to edit it down a little more. We'll edit it down to like that. It's wild magic, tricky stuff, fabulous for all ages. That's a little better. You know, magic, comedy, weird, crazy things I'm going to show you. But when Jared asked me to do this, he told me the budget wasn't too great. So I'll tell you the main reason why I'm here is, ladies and gentlemen, yes, that's the truth, is yeah, that's my business, and business has been good. Woo! That's good. One of those crowds. Awesome. I need a drink.
Okay. Okay. Well, you know what? I don't have
Don't you hate when you're at your last shot? Here's to nipples. Because without them, tits would be pointless. So anyway, I was talking to Jared about what I should do today for you guys, and I thought about the first magician I ever saw. And it was at my 8th birthday party, and I figured I wanted to do the trick for you that he did for me. You guys want to see like some kind of crazy card trick? Who just wants another drink at the bar? I'm with you. I don't drink before I go on. I drink during I'm on, so see me for a beer later. That's awesome. Here, this is actually the greatest magic trick I ever saw. It's, wherever it is, there it is. It was the greatest card trick I ever saw up until the point of I was 8. It starts off, the magician who I saw, a wonderful guy named John, he took a deck of cards and he said, this is a very special deck of cards, only 6 cards. He showed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He said it's real simple. You just take away 1, 2, 3 cards. You wave your hand, you give it a little snap, and you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now I was amazed. I was impressed. I was 8. So I went to the magic shop the next day and I said, hey, do you guys sell that trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards? He takes away 1, 2, 3 cards. You wave your hand, you give it a snap, and you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. The magician behind the counter thought long and hard and he said, I think I know the trick you're talking about. You're talking about where you take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. You're a little off on it. You actually take 1, 2 cards, get rid of them. Wave your hand, give it a snap, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I said, how much is that? He goes, it's $39.95. And I was 8. So I said, no, sir, that's not the trick I'm looking for. The magician I saw at my birthday party, he took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. He took away 1, 2, 3 cards, waved his hand, gave it a snap, and he still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Guy behind the counter thought for a second. He's like, I gotta get this kid to buy something. So I know one better than that. It doesn't have 3 cards. You take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. You take away 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Wave your hand, give it a snap, and you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Now, it was at this point I started to get annoyed. And to this day, I'm sorry to tell you, I never learned the trick where you can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. You take away 1, 2, 3 cards, wave your hand, give it a snap, you still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So I'm sorry, I can't show you that great trick. Oh, man. After that, I need a drink. Man, don't you hate when you're at your last shot?
Hey, sir.
To the reason why God invented alcohol. So fat people can get laid too. guys knew it wasn't a kid-friendly show, right? Now, in the world of magic, you get a lot of different things you want to perform and get better at. The one thing that always impressed me in the world of magic was the world of mentalism. Has anybody ever heard of mentalism? You know what it is? What would that be? You've seen people do it, but you have no idea what it is. Reading minds. Thank you. The lovely lady, Amanda, right? You met earlier? Oh, awesome. Perfect. Thank you, Amanda. It's the art of reading minds. And today I'd like to show you a little bit about what I do with reading minds. I'm still not 100% great at it, but I would like to have a little bit of fun. Is there? I can only see you guys here, and there's like shadows. Does anybody want to help me? Not Amanda, because I asked her if she'd help me at the end. You want to help me? The guy who has no idea what we're doing. What's your first name? What is it? Bruce. Everybody, round of applause for Bruce. You're perfect right there, Bruce. I don't want you to think that you're not doing a show like I liked him 20 more times than John. That's fine. So Bruce, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a little bit of comedy, or a little bit of mentalism, and we're gonna use a piece of paper here. Forgot I wrote that. Piece of paper. I'm gonna try and do something. We'll magic marker. Magic, get it? Just one of those crowds. Awesome. Now, man, this show just got better. All right, Bruce, I'm gonna write down for you. I'm gonna write down for you a word. Okay? I'm gonna try and like jump into your mind and like see if I can like think of what you're thinking. That works. You understandable? Yeah, you're like, I just want another drink. All right, that's fine. Here, we'll try this. All right, Bruce. I've committed to one answer and one answer only. I have written a word on this piece of paper. There is about 6 billion words in the English language. Yes or no? Is there any way you can tell me what's on this sheet of paper? No, you can't tell me? Bruce, that's pretty good. You got it right off the bat. This is why I was last on the flyer, by the way, just in case you're wondering. All right, let's try something better. Bruce, let's try something different. Let's see. Okay, I got an idea, Bruce. We'll do, are you familiar with animals? Animals, okay. Bruce, I want you to think of an animal. Let's, what, he's not into bestiality or anything, is he? Dude, your friends are diving you out or anything, we'll call the SPCA on you. Anyway, I want you to think of an animal. Let's make it a little easier on me so I can get it clearer. Let's think of a four-legged mammal. Okay, any four-legged mammal in the world. Okay, think of it in your head. I'm gonna try and read your mind. Okay, Bruce, I've committed to one animal and one animal only. For the first time, tell everybody the animal you're thinking of, real loud. A platypus. Four-legged mammal, but okay. A platypus. Now, Bruce, I gotta tell you, I'm not a visual artist or anything, but I think the people who are art majors in the crowd, they can tell you that's clearly a platypus, don't you think? You're not buying this at all, are you? I got one more for you. I got two more for you. Let's see. You guys think I like this. All right, we'll try this. Bruce, when was the last time you went shopping? What was that? You don't remember? No kidding. All right, I want you to. Have you been to Walmart? Okay, I want you to imagine you go into Walmart. You're walking down the crowd, you're walking down the aisle, you're in Walmart, you pick any aisle to walk down, okay? You can choose left or right. Think of which one you're going to choose now, don't tell me. Got it in your head? Okay. You turn to that side. You see a product on the wall, you reach out, you pick it up, and you're holding it in your hand. I want you to think of that product you're holding in your hand. Got it? Think of that product. I'm going to try and read your mind. I'm a little worried after the platypus. All right, Bruce. I've committed to one answer and one answer only. For the first time, real loud, say your product to everybody. A light switch. A light switch? All right, now Bruce, I don't know if you know this, but I'm pretty good at this stuff. A light switch, if you were to go to Walmart, has a UPC that looks just like that. He used to work at Walmart, ask him. I should really write a joke in for that. I forgot there's that new app now. Alright, how about this? I'm going to try and do one to try and gain your guys' faith back, because I think I'm actually pretty decent at magic. This mentalism thing really isn't working out too well. How about if I try and read everybody's mind in the crowd at one time? That'd be pretty cool, right? I'll sell you one real cheap. $85. Here we go. I'm going to try and read everybody's mind at the same time. I don't want you guys to tell any of your neighbors, but I want everyone to just think of one thought in their head, okay? Don't tell your neighbor, because then it's obvious that two of you are thinking the exact same thought. But think of one thought in your head, and just think of it over and over and over again. And I'm going to try and read your guys' mind. Let's see. Alright, I'm going to try this. I'm a little worried, but we're gonna have a little fun regardless. I'm going to try and go, like I said, the one word, or the one thought that everyone's thinking in their head right now. And if I can get this right, this would be an awesome, amazing bit of applause. Don't you guys think? You guys are all thinking of one thought? Ladies and gentlemen, the one thought you're thinking of. Bam. Alright, I need a little bit of help to redeem myself. I actually forgot the lady's name, the young lady's name. There was someone I asked to trust early in the crowd. It was someone I asked to hold something personal of mine. I just saw a hand. Would you mind coming up, ma'am? Her name is John. That's even scarier. No, say your name one more time. Yes. Bree. No. The lady I asked to hold something. She's right behind you, walking up with it. Come on up. Don't call you ma'am. Okay. I did say young lady, didn't I? Would you like to join us up on stage? Right up here. There's stairs. It's new technology. Say your name again, young lady. Linda. Everybody round of applause for Linda for helping us out. Now, Linda, I asked you to hold something personal of mine before the show, right? And well, actually, it's awesome. What was that item?
A wallet.
My wallet. I asked you to really trust me. I know how much money was in there, so you didn't take any out, did you? You haven't opened it. Oh, even better. But I haven't come near you and asked you to borrow that wallet since I handed it to you, correct? Okay. For the first time, open it up. Make sure it's a real wallet. You got a couple of my business cards in there. It's got my hotel key. It's got that was my military ID. That means my kick-ass card. Yeah, that's actually my puppy, my doggy. Oh, no, okay. But here, let me put this back on the thing so I can talk a little better freehand. There's actually something I want you to notice, is if you were to look at this wallet, you see like a lot of weird things in it. It's not exactly like a normal size wallet. It doesn't normally fit in your hand. But if you notice, there's actually a zipper dead center of the wallet. Do you see that? For the first time, what I like to do is I like you to unzip that zipper. The one in the wallet, by the way. Oh yeah. Now there's something inside that wallet, right? Inside the zipper? What is it? Piece of paper. Would you do me a favor and open that up? And what I'm going to ask you is I'm going to ask you to read that to yourself first, and then after you've read it once and we know you can clarify it, then I'm going to ask you to read it to everybody. Are you ready? Read it for the first time to everybody.
Okay. I had a strange dream last night. It was about my show tonight at Jared's birthday bash. I will meet a great person named Bruce. The animal they will choose is a platypus. Their product will be a light switch. I hope this makes sense to you. Thanks for your help. George G. 9/22/12. P.S. I don't suck that bad.
Thank you so much for your help. And actually, you know what? Nobody leaves the stage empty-handed. Cheap latex souvenir. Round of applause for our helper. You know, believe it or not, and I know this is going out to the internet right now live, and I don't really give a damn because I've only met him once and he's an asshole. For those of you that didn't know, you guys know Chris Angel's show, Mind Freak. It actually was supposed to be called Mindfuck originally. NBC wouldn't allow it. Go figure. I don't know. Well, I just ruined my career. I need a drink.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I brought it. Don't you guys hate when you're at your last shot? To what goes in hard and stiff and comes out soft and wet. To bubble gum. Alright, who wants to see something weird? In the last couple of years, I've actually decided to expand my art form a little bit. And I've decided to add a little bit of the craziness in the world to my act. And I decided to add a little bit of the old classic sideshow. For those of you who don't know what sideshow is, that's the freaks and the geeks from the old circus. Barnum and Bailey, or actually P.T. Barnum, was the first to coin the phrase sideshow. I'm going to show you something. It's one of the tricks that I always wanted to learn in the world of sideshow. I actually went to the Coney Island Sideshow School specifically to learn this next trick to show you guys. I urge you before I do this trick is 100% real. Please do not attempt anything for what you're about to see. You will get hurt, and you will get hurt a lot. With that being said, this trick dates back to the 1800s, to ancient India, to the street fakirs of India. That's fakir, not... Never mind. Where they would hold a steel metal spike, similar to an ice pick. They would hold it firmly in their right hand, and on the count of 3, they would jab it as hard as they can into the center of their head.
Ow.
2 things would happen. First, they would scream in pain. Second, they would pass out from that pain. Sorry, I gotta tell you guys the truth. I lied to you. I lied to you, and I actually lied to you 3 times. Number 1, I will not scream in pain. Number 2, I will not pass out from that pain. And number 3 is the first lie that I told you. This is not the center of my head. This would be the center of my forehead, but not the center of my head. If you were to draw a line up and down, left and right, you would notice the center of my head is right about here. And it's just so funny how God put a nose there, which gives me the strange possibility of showing you freaky things, just like this. It gives a new meaning to picking your nose. It Get it? Because it's an ice pick. Never mind. Ugh. Now, when I learned how to do this a few years ago, I showed this to my mother. And as any mothers in the crowd may know, the first thing my mother wanted to say to me was, "You're no longer my son." But what she did say, in fact, was she said, "You know, you got a screw loose." And it's true, I do. So using this Phillips head screwdriver, we're going to fix that right now. For those of you here that didn't see it go in. That's what I call a Kodak moment. Oh! I'm not insane. Now, for those of you that might not be believing this, it's because many of you have been to costume shops or magic shops, usually around Halloween, and you've seen those fake plastic knives that when you press down on the blade, they retract. Or for those of you that have been to public school, retract means go into. They go into the handle. I don't really think that's what I'm using, so I'll press your luck and tell you that first, they are in fact made out of solid steel. But many of you still don't believe me. So to prove that step, we're going to use this piece of wood and demonstrate. Sir, can I ask for your help real quick? I just don't want to knock my flask over. Or my... There you go. Hold on to that. To prove to you that this trick is as real as I can make it. Straight through my table. For you. Now, there's still a few of you that are still skeptics in the audience, so I'll tell you what, I'll press your luck one step further and do for you this trick's finale. This trick's finale is by removing these pieces from this block of wood and moving on to something I'm going to have you all examine. Something you're going to examine before it goes into my head, not one of these. And there's no way that this next item will be able to go into the handle because it won't have one. Something made out of solid steel, 4-inch long in length. That would be solid steel, 4-inch long. Come on, get out of the rubber band. 4-inch long. Carpenter's nails. To do this, I can't on the monitor so we don't get any backup. But if there's anybody that wants to examine these and make sure they're real, just come up and make sure you take one. They are clean, I assure you. They haven't been in my head yet. The more people that check them out, the more real it is. There's one right there. Anybody else? Oh, photographers. Yeah, awesome. Guys over here, anybody? One more. Where's Jared at?
Big Jared.
Jared, come on up close.
Yeah, pull it up Jared's nose.
Jared, while you're up here, actually, I decided I was going to do something special for you for your birthday. We're in such a wonderful music club, as the saying here, and I actually noticed a sign in the very back that said, I Heart Punk. So I decided for your birthday, I'd make you something a little punk magic-wise. So, just for you, only one of the night, you get your own little mohawk. So, for those of you that have examined the nails, they are real? Yes? You can speak? 3, 4, anybody else? You gave it to him? Awesome, awesome. Anybody else got one? Alright, great. And who didn't get to touch a nail? Just about everybody. Awesome. I can't see. Gentlemen with the glasses, would you just like to help us? Just make sure you just pick out one nail. Whatever one you pick is the one we're going to use. Right there. We're going to take that steel nail and my magic wand. I'm going to take that nail, I'm going to drive it in the center of my head for your guys' viewing pleasure. It is real? Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the trick,
I don't have my camera. You have to wait or you have to do it.
I'll do it for you later when you have your camera.
Over? All right.
Later. While she's getting ready, let me do a joke for you. That's what you paid for. Are we ready now? Who's got the camera? We're good?
No, Jared.
All right, cool.
Messing it all up.
Ready? Everybody on the ground applause. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Nobody gives a shit. Okay. So, sorry, I'm kidding. Relax. I only tell the truth. So, anyway, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this part of the trick is called blockhead.
Ow, 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 ow. Jared, you have to do it all. Be polite. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ.
Now, I love to see people's faces when they cringe and turn away at this moment, which to me is pretty funny, because I haven't even done anything yet. Sorry, that's my own little joke in the show. People ask me, why did you make a living dressing in a three-piece suit, hammering nails into my head? And the main reason is
Because you can.
to see your faces right now. Now, for any of my friends in the... Oh, yeah, you can applaud. Thanks. Now, for any of my friends in the crowd or anybody that wants to join my mailing list, see me after the show, I'll get your email. This is actually my Christmas card this year with an ornament hanging. So not to freak you out or anything. Now, it's at this point in my show where I always get asked the same 3 questions when I do this trick. Now, instead of having everyone ask individual questions, I will answer your questions now. The three most asked questions I will answer for you now. If you have a new question to ask, feel free to see me after the show. I am a fairly normal person to talk to when there's not nails hanging out of my head. Those 3 questions are, number 1, to any hecklers or haters in the crowd. The answer is yes. If I sneeze, I could kill you from here. Number 2, comes from anybody in the crowd that may not live, how do you say it, the most legal of lifestyles. And the answer to that question is about 20 grams. For those of you that are laughing, I'm really worried about you. And number 3 is the most frequently asked question. The most frequently asked question comes from all the ladies in the crowd. For all the ladies in the crowd, I will answer your question now. And that is yes. I am single. Don't worry, my girlfriend hates that joke. I hope you guys have had fun. To finish this trick off, it's a nice night. Let's all go out for a nice drive.
Ow!
If you guys want to check out the nail after the show, this is as real as I can make it. For you. Got my flask back? You didn't take it, did you? Good, because after that I'll need a drink. Oh, good, he refilled it. Don't you hate when you're at your last shot? Here's to virgins. Thanks for nothing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, now comes the trick you've all been waiting for. My last. This trick is actually the one thing I love to close all my shows with. I close every professional show I do with this next trick. Before I do this, Huh. That's funny. Thought I threw that away. Well, that was $5 well spent. Anyway, this is the trick I like to end all my shows with. It's actually my one, in the world of magic, which I know there's not any other magicians in the crowd. If there is, I'm sorry for you. This is the one thing, every magician must have like their one signature piece. Just like in music, everyone has that one song they're known for. Since about 2005, this trick. I am one of only 2 guys in the world that performs this trick this exact same way. And the other guy is a man by the name of Jack, who we wrote the trick together. I hope you enjoy it. It's actually a little bit of combining my 2 favorite loves. It combines the world of magic and the world of poetry. Do we have any poetry fans in the crowd? You guys can like... No? Okay. Woo works too. Hey, baby. She wants me. No, I can tell. She hasn't taken her eyes off me since I got up here. Just for you. But. Now, I did ask one last person to help me out, and I used her a little bit earlier in the show. It's Amanda, right? Amanda, would you like to come up here? Every round of applause for beautiful Amanda. Amanda, thank you so much for joining us. This trick, as I explained, is the world of poetry, my favorite trick. It's actually about the greatest magician I ever met. Let me make sure I have everything I need, which I don't have. I've got one thing over here. It disappeared. Awesome. Magicians. Great. Alright, we use that one. Great. Okay. It's the story of the greatest magician I ever saw. Now to do this, someone has to play the part of the magician. That'll be me, because I know the story. Someone has to play the part of me watching that trick. That would be you. So you're going to be me, if that makes sense. Sure. And then the rest of the crowd plays the part of the rest of the crowd. I got nothing. I'm sorry. It's lame. So anything I say that the magician does, I will do. Anything I say that I did, you will do. Anything I say the crowd does, you guys are really into this. Awesome. No, he's getting artistic. Damn it. The story of the greatest magician I ever met. To coach. You or me, I'm the magician. They're them. I'll still be George. This will be Mike, just in case we won. Bob, yeah, I would go with Bob. Damn it. The story of the greatest magician I ever met. To coach. I met the greatest magician I ever did see. He came when he asked me to do a card trick today. He said, reach in, pick a card, any card. That one? Now sign it and show it. Remember it. It isn't too hard. I'll take the marker back. Thank you. Has everybody seen it? Now watch. As your card goes back in the deck, it jumps up like a rocket and floats down gently into my right pocket. I thought, no way, that's simply too hard. But then he reached in, pulled it out halfway, and said, yep, that's your card. The crowd got angry and started to shout. So quickly but swiftly he pulled that card out. He held that card out for one long pause, and he turned that card over to a thunderous applause. I met the greatest magician I ever did meet. He said, I know, I'll show you something neat. I will teach you how this mystery is done, because when everyone knows, then everyone's won. So just stand there and take note if you please. Make every man question for all which he sees. Your card will go in the deck, jump up like a rocket, and then float down gently into my right pocket. Would you like to see? This would be pure impossibility, I really must say. But then he reached in and pulled that card out halfway. He continued to pull it out and held it out for one more long pause. And he turned that card over for even more thunderous applause. I met the greatest magician. He was quite impressive. We all gathered in closer. We were quite obsessive. He just shrugged his shoulders and let out a sigh. This is your last chance. This is your last try. Watch as your card goes back in the deck. Jumps up like a rocket and floats down gently into my right pocket. He pointed at me and instructed me so. Go ahead, reach in, give it a go.
Oh no!
It's my ticket in a box.
Go ahead. Whoa, whoa, whoa! It's a family show. But with that, he reached in his pocket, he pulled the card out, and he held it out in plain sight. He turned that card over, but the card wasn't right. The magician had failed, although he had reckoned. Then that crazy magician, he pulled out a second. More and more cards came out. In a huge card cascade. It was easy to see that he had it made. He had gone the extra mile, not just the extra yard. He had made the entire deck disappear, leaving only one card. He held that card out for one final pause, and he turned that card over to the most thunderous applause. I met the greatest magician. Thank you. I met the greatest magician I ever did see. He was truly impressive, and his name was George G. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me here. Yeah, it was an advertising. Happy birthday, Jared. Anybody who wants, I'll be making balloon animals later. Thank you so much for my helpers. I'm George G. Have a great night. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it for George G. We got the Cryptos coming up next.